Thank you very much, Madam Moderator, and permit me to start by recognizing the Prime Minister of the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. the Honorable Timothy Harris, and also let me greet my fellow panelists, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Marine Resources, Mr. Ron Dublin Collins, Acting Director of Agriculture, Dr. Chasey Challenger, also Director of Fisheries and Marine Resources, Dr. Mark Williams, and the FAO National Consultant, Mr. Daniel Atherton. I greet you all. I also want to greet all of our listening and viewing audience out there and welcome to this show dubbed Leadership Matters. And Madam Moderator, I will correct you by saying this is my second time here on this program, and it is indeed a delight to be here this evening a second time around. This evening I'm equally delighted and pleased to be here as the Minister of Agriculture in the federal government and to report to the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis and also to articulate our vision for the improvement and transformation and growth of the agriculture and fisheries sector here in the Federation. We've always heard that the future cannot be predicted, but futures can be invented. That is a quote I've heard from time to time. The author unknown, but I believe that brings into context why we are here this evening and why we are here to report to the general public. At this point in our history, and at this point in the development of agriculture, big and urgent questions demand innovative ways of thinking, organizing, problem solving, and action. To ensure healthy and nutritious food for all in a post-COVID world of increasing threats such as pests and diseases, conflicts, and climate change, we have to disrupt the status quo and be proactive about the future we want to create. It is my humble opinion that despite our country's impressive and enviable advances across the economy, whether it be the private sector development, financial services, infrastructural development, strengthening of our social services network, or even public sector service delivery, agriculture still remains an important factor in the development of our nation and the key to creating equitable and sustainable growth for our people. None of the larger countries, such as the United States, Canada, or European countries, have ever achieved meaningful growth in the agricultural sector or otherwise without modernizing the agricultural sector and, most importantly, implementing policies as to how the sector should be managed. The importance of agriculture to this nation has been brought into sharp focus since the onset of COVID-19 in the first quarter of 2020. Now more than ever, we are seeing the importance of placing greater emphasis on food security, innovation in agriculture, adaptation and resilience to climate change, price shocks, and sustainability in food production and our food systems. There is no doubt in my mind that we can see transformation and growth in the agriculture sector that realizes significant increase in job creation, revenue generation, and a sustainable livelihood for our farmers and citizens on a whole. However, for this to happen, we must get the support of all government ministries, or farmers and farmers' organizations or allied agencies, the private sector, the media and civil society, and all whose interest and future depends on this important sector. Simply put, we need all hands on deck to ensure our transformation and growth strategy can and will work. So to make this strategy work, there must be, first of all, a willingness to change, to accept new ideas, and to be pragmatic in our approach. We also have to adapt and implement all enabling policies and Most importantly, there must be strong and decisive leadership. I am certain that our consultant, Mr. Daniel Atherton, will articulate more on these. Fellow citizens, I will say to you that this Team Unity administration takes its mandate seriously, and that is why there is a commitment from the highest levels of government. Through the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Marine Resources, we have sought the assistance of the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, in developing our Transformation and Growth Strategy 2022 to 2031. As such, I would like to thank at this point in time Dr. Renata Clark, who is the FAO Sub-Regional Coordinator for the Caribbean, for her unwavering support. Mr. Daniel Atherton, of course, who is the FAO National Consultant on this project, and of course, I must give commendation to the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Mr. Ron Dublin Collins, for his commitment to the vision to transform the sector. In recent days, we would have celebrated World Food Day 2021. That was on Saturday, the 16th of October. Under the theme, Our Actions Are Our Future. Better production, better nutrition, a better environment, and a better life. Better production ensures sustainable consumption and production patterns through efficient food and agriculture supply chains at the local, regional, and international level. When we speak of better nutrition, we speak to ending hunger and achieving food security while improving nutrition in all forms. Additionally, when we speak of a better environment, we speak to protecting, restoring, and promoting sustainable use of our ecosystems so as to combat the negative impact of climate change. And of course, all these put together must and will ensure a better life for all, which speaks to the promotion of inclusive economic growth by reducing inequalities among our population. Ladies and gentlemen, I will say to you that this particular theme that has been chosen this year is in alignment with our core principles of our strategic approach, which will bring about wholesome development of our people while promoting the agricultural sector. Now more than ever, we have to produce more. Now more than ever, we have to look within and see what we can do to feed ourselves and to ensure that we are providing a secure future for people. We cannot depend solely on importation of goods that we certainly can produce here within the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. So now more than ever, we have to look to agriculture. We need agriculture more than ever, and I have said in the past, and I continue to say, in and of itself, agriculture does not need us. We need agriculture. And as such, the importance of agriculture has to be seen from all levels, by all classes, and all who live within the Federation. We have to ensure we are including all of our young men, young women, and also our children at the primary school and high school level. Teaching our young men and young women the art form of agriculture or the role that agriculture should play would make them much more inclined to embrace the importance of agriculture moving forward. I want to wrap up by saying that we are committed to this transformation that we have been articulating over the last couple of weeks, but we will say more this evening with the hope of rolling out this whole program in the first quarter of 2022. We want all to stay connected, all to be involved, and all to lend their support to this important venture. Our future depends on it. I thank you.
Thank you so much, Minister Jeffers. And if that's the case, then we're happy to say welcome back to the program.